So, hi Tariq, welcome to ETimes. How are you doing? My name is Imran Ismail, by the way.
Hi Imran, I'm Tariq, and yes, thank you for having this chat.
Before we started, we were struggling with the Zoom, right? Are you trying to adjust with the new format of it getting interviewed in person?
Yes.
Feels more real, but this feels more virtual, right? How are you relating to it?
Yes. I mean, I don't think I've got used to it because I feel it's actually tougher to do it at home,
Okay.
Because the thing is that you actually have to like plan everything around you in a way that, it looks like you're at least doing something in your room, but at least you're doing something professional. So I think that's always the toughest thing, because you have to move all your clothes out, you have to do this, you have to do that. खिड़की गंदी होगी तो उसको साफ करना पड़ेगा, ऐसी चीजें होती है, इसलिए मैंने ढकी हुई है. I've covered my windows because
you can see my bedroom. This is my bedroom. Okay, so you have entered my bedroom right now.
But yours looks quite nice, actually.
Oh, I have to set it up like this. It's a mess. All right, so let's get started, Tariq. We are here to talk about something exciting. What's going on in your life right now? Okay, we're talking about the Aarya season 2. It's already streaming out online. People are talking about it. It's buzzing. People have good things to say about it. I want to know how you're consuming it and what's going in your mind and how happy are you with the response?
I mean, I'm very happy, with the way things have gone. I mean, जो पहला season था वो तो already इतना popular था, तो second season में expectations भी काफी हैं लोगों की. Or obviously Sushmita Sen is absolutely amazing, in the first season, and then now to see that, her journey, how it changes, and it becomes even more difficult, और मुश्किलें आती हैं उनके सामने, ज़्यादा enemies बढ़ जाते हैं क्योंकि कहानी ऐसी है कि इतने सारे लोग जो है, जब पैसा इतना ज्यादा है और जो ड्रग ट्रेड है जो शुरू हो गया था फर्स्ट सीजन में, तो ऑब्वियसली जो भी एनिमीज हैं वो बढ़ते जा रहे हैं आर्या के लिए. तो इसलिए आई थिंक काफी एक्साइटिंग है कि अब नेक्स्ट भी और क्या क्या होगा,
So are we looking out for season 3 right now? Are we doing that? Are we thinking about it?
I mean, we obviously would hope, I mean, everybody is hoping, that one can keep the story going. That's very, the interest is there, and all of us who worked on it, I mean, from the creator, Ram Bhagwani sir, to the directors, Vinod and Kapil, I mean, really everybody has put in a lot of effort. So I think hopefully, people will continue to appreciate it.
I hope, because there's this potential in the story and people are also appreciating it. So I guess there should be a season 3. We're looking forward to that. Okay, let's talk about Sushmita Sen. You're talking about her. I saw the light up in your eyes. So let's talk about her. How was having a screen space to share with her, and what's the energy like on the set? Because she's being such a gem and such a diva. We all love her, admire her. Did you get that
exactly? I mean,
around
it's universe. I mean, she's the original Miss Universe. The first person to actually win such a big award at such a global stage. I mean, it's not a small achievement. She did something amazing at that time. Especially, it was not easy for Indian individuals to, she was one of the first people. So I think that she just has this amazing aura, that, she comes in to the set, or, even before that, when we are just at, once the shoot packs up and everybody's there, she spends time with everybody.
Right.
I've never, seen that before, actually, that she's so, and her energy level never dips, she's always very supportive, even after the shoot is done. And it's just a lot of fun, actually. Right. I mean, that's the honest truth, it's just a lot of fun. And like, she plays pool a lot, with everybody, like whoever's, there after the shoot is done, because where we were staying, there was a pool table, there was a TT table. So, she was just hanging out with us. So it was like a lot of fun, actually.
All right, we got to know the personal side of it. I want to know the professional side of it when you're working in Aarya along. Tell her what the equation is like with Aarya. How does that go?
So, yeah, I mean, see, the thing is, like, my character, Kedia, is, very loyal to Aarya. And so definitely, I mean, as far as the work goes, I felt that connection was something that really came across, in the shooting of it. And I think that's a lot to do with how Sushmita was, just in terms of her acting generosity. She was very, like, for example, there were scenes where she was not in the scene.
Right.
And it was one of my scenes. It was a very tough scene also for me, but she was there, she was cheering me on. She was encouraging me. And I think those things make a difference, because that shows on camera also then,
That's so true.
As far as the characters go. So between Aarya and Kedia, for example, that shows even on camera.
That's right. But Tariq, I also want to talk about something which we know, which we people know as a character artist, all right? The character actors. These are the people who make the crux of the story, right? But somehow they don't get the limelight they require. The protagonists get most of the limelight because I believe people are more engaged with the protagonist as the story goes. But what happens to the character artists, who are so important to the story but don't deserve that kind of don't get the limelight that they deserve? Does that play in your mind as an actor, or you just do your work as an actor and you're okay with it? How does that go?
No, not at all. Not at all. It doesn't even, you don't think about it because you have to do your job.
Right.
And your job is to make sure that everything you are doing, your scenes, you are giving it 100% effort. And that is what I've tried to do. I just give it 100%.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that, at the end of the day, when it's a team effort and everybody gets together and does something like this, if people like the series, then they will like all the scenes. It's not that they will only like one or two scenes. They will like a lot of it.
Right.
And so that means that, people will appreciate what you're doing, what the other actors are doing.
True.
And I think that's the amazing thing, is that everybody is part of a team here. It's almost a family effort. And you work as a family. And the way that, we did in this series, with Ram Madhvani sir and the entire film production, everybody was very much like a family that way. So hopefully that shows, because the show is also about family.
Let's talk about OTT as a platform, right, Tariq? This is something new that people are consuming content on this platform they've consumed like never before, right? People are appreciating it. It's because the content is so fierce, and you choose what you want to watch. Tell me what liberty as an actor it gives you to perform something on a platform which is so fierce and which tells only the story that's required. How does that make you feel as an actor? In compared to cinema, or if you just forget about cinema, just talk about OTT. What liberty does it give you as an actor?
I mean, it's a very new thing, for actors in India. I mean, it's a new thing in the sense that people are watching at home.
Right.
So, I could be sitting, and even I've done this, I've just put my laptop on in my bedroom and I'm watching something, So I almost feel like I'm there because it's so close to you. But if you're watching on a big screen, a movie, it's a completely different experience.
Right.
There are so many more people there. It's such a big screen. There's popcorn, there's Pepsi, whatever you want to drink and eat. There are burgers. At home, you can do that for yourself, but you could just do it by yourself in your room.
Right.
And the amazing thing is that people are doing that, and it's great, because what we can then do as actors is that we can focus on, like you're saying, just the entire story of it. And the thing is, it's over a longer period also. It's done over many episodes. It's not just, one 90-minute, like in a movie, it's over in 90 minutes to 100 minutes. In this case, it's like, so you're building the story. People are getting connected to it. There's more time to really get to know the characters. So I think it's all really good, actually.
All right, because we see a lot of new talent coming on this platform, be it director, be it writers, even the older actors, they're trying to reinvent themselves on OTT platform. Like, so tell me, how does it make you feel to ride on the wave of cinema that's been happening in the industry? What's happening? How happy are you to see that?
Yeah. I mean, I'm definitely very happy, because I'm also getting a chance to be a part of it right now.
Right.
And for me, that is a very new experience. It's a very good experience, because you're seeing, how people are now starting to develop a sense of connecting to a story. Like in Aarya, so many people are connected to the story. Right. They're connected to Aarya's problems.
Right.
They're connected to the family element. These are all things that people connect, with their own lives. So I'm very happy to be a part of that, and I hope that more such shows are produced. I would say the more the better, like even more movies. I mean, there should be no cutting down. We should have as many movies and as many shows as possible. Why not?
Tariq, we also know that you come from a theater background, right? We know that you've studied in theater intensively, and then you came to Bollywood. We all know that. Tell me, while you were making this transition to coming to Bollywood or coming to the Hindi cinema, there's always an ongoing debate that outsiders are not allowed to work in the industry so much. There are always things that happen to make it into the industry. Were there any instances where you had to step back from something, or you didn't get a proper chance that you deserve, or you are still trying to find yourself in this particular place? How did that go while you're trying to get into the industry?
See, I think, when you do theater, it's a very different thing, because theater is on stage, and the entire commercial aspect of theater is very different.
Right.
People will buy a ticket for one show, they'll come and see it, and then they will leave. And they can't watch a repeat show until they again wait for the next year if that show happens again.
Right.
So the thing is, it's a very different experience. And for actors also, we'll rehearse sometimes for 2 months, and we'll keep on rehearsing the same play from the one scene to the next till finally we do a full run through.
Right.
So I've really enjoyed that, and I've always loved being on stage, and theater is it's a completely amazing feeling because you're right there with the audience.
Right.
You can feel the reaction if they are clapping or laughing or crying or anything. Even if they throw something at you, that they don't like it.
Right.
So the thing is, like, it's very live and real, that experience right there.
Right.
But I think that in films and everything, as far as hurdles goes, I mean, there are no hurdles as such. Everybody has to audition, as far as people that are coming from theater, for example, especially for roles like you're saying, where they require some kind of a performance oriented thing, if it's a character role or anything, I mean, you are required to audition. So, everybody knows that and everybody's quite happy with that because that's a good process actually.
All right. So you didn't face any backlash while you were trying to make it into the industry as a newcomer or from the outsider. Did that ever happen?
I mean, the thing is that, I think at the end of the day, you have to give your best.
Right.
It's as simple as that. So if you get an audition, give it your best. And if you get the role, give it your best. And that's all that you can control. And I think that's the same for anybody, even if you're a big star, at the end of the day, you have to give it your best and hope that the audience actually likes it.
That's right.
That's the number one thing. If the audience doesn't like it, you're pretty much nothing you can do about it.
That's fair enough. So, Tariq, we always talk about actor trying to reinvent themselves. You come from the likes of theater, then you have done movies, now you're doing OTT. Tell me, how does an actor actually try to reinvent themselves? Like, what's the process of reinventing? Like, is it personal or is it professional? How does that go? Reinvent, when the word reinventing comes.
Yeah, that's a really, really good question, actually. I mean, I think that's something that's very important, that you usually, when you watch something also, like if you and I, even if we're not actors, just not regular people watching something, they find something they can connect with.
Right.
And I think as actors, that's very important because when you connect with something personally, दिल से जैसे बोलते हैं ना, अगर दिल से बात आएगी तो वो दिखता है कि मैं दिल से अगर कोई भी बात कर रहा हूँ या सोच रहा हूँ, तो इवन एज एन एक्टर अगर मैं दिल से करूंगा अपनी लाइफ में कनेक्ट करके जो भी चीज है, if I connect it to myself, then it will be personal and it will be real also.
Okay, fair enough.
And I think that is something that people eventually, they do realize that they see something, that they see themselves in it almost in some ways. They start seeing elements of themselves in the character itself.
All right, so that's how an actor reinvent himself, try to do something new every time they want to do something. That's right. Okay. I also want to ask you, do you believe like acting is a high pressure job? Because a lot of people say like acting is a very high pressure job, because apart from acting, there are a lot of different things that comes into perspective, like promotions, like going for auditions and everything. Do you believe acting is a simple job or it's a very high pressure job? How do you take it?
I think the first thing is it's fun. I mean, that's the basic thing. I think that the only reason to do acting is if you enjoy it and if it's fun. If you enjoy performing, and it could be anything. You could dance also. You could paint also. I mean, any form of art, anything. And especially for acting, you've just got to enjoy yourself. That's the number one. That I believe that's like really important. And the other thing is, pressure, I think, is there in every job. I mean, in this case, people are watching you either on the set or in a play, or they're watching you when you actually come out on the screen, at home, on the OTT platform or wherever. So yes, the pressure is there, but if you enjoy it, then I think even people will enjoy it. That's the way I look at it.
I guess I'm trying to understand you, but I read somewhere you said that you want to explore life's complexities in roles. Can you tell me what does that particular sentence mean? Because I was trying to get my mind over it. Like, what do you actually try to convince or say? What does that mean?
So, I mean, what I mean by life's complexity is basically that there is no black and white.
Okay.
It means there's always gray area, and gray area is very interesting because that means that, let's say you do one thing, which is, let's say, not a great thing, it's not a good habit. Let's say it's a bad habit. But at the same time, you have a reason for it and you want, there's a history to it. So then we start to understand, okay, this is why that person has this bad habit.
Right.
It doesn't mean that you should continue with that bad habit, but there's always gray area. You know, it's not just that that person is a bad person or that person is a good person. You know, I think everybody has complexities inside them. Life is very complex. It's not simple. You know, we can see that in our own lives, you know, with our families or with our friends. You know, there are always, you know, there are breakups and makeups. You know, people are getting together sometimes, then they don't talk to each other for a while.
Right.
You know, so I think that's what I would like to explore. You know, as an actor, you want to find and understand these complexities and why these things happen in life.
Now I know when you say acting is a fun job, because there are certain things that you get to do while you're acting. That's so true. Tariq, do you have any New Year's plan? What are your New Year plans this year? Are you going somewhere out? Are you going to stay home? How's it?
I think I'll probably just stay home, probably. I mean, with my family, and you know, that's pretty much it. I think this is a time for family anyway. You know, New Year. Usually, I've always done that. You know, been with my family in the, you know, post Diwali onwards. Then there are a lot of opportunities. So now New Year's also is a good opportunity to be with the family. Well, I mean, I just like to say, you know, everyone, I'd like to wish everybody a very happy New Year and a Merry Christmas also. And I'd like to, you know, just take this opportunity to say, please watch Aarya season 2, you know, and we worked really hard on it, everybody. And, you know, it would be great if people continue to watch it. Those who haven't seen it yet, and continue watching it, because like it's on your, you know, on your home computer. Just turn it on whenever you feel like it and watch it.
That's nice. What is happening next for Tariq? Where are we seeing you next? What's in the pipeline?
So at the moment, I mean, there are a couple of things, but nothing is concrete yet, in the sense that, you know, I also do a lot of my own independent projects, you know, which I'm working on, you know, and also there are a couple of plays that I'm looking at that I might be a part of. So yeah, I mean, there are always something or the other, you know, coming up. And right now, anyway, the main focus is just that, you know, everybody, like I said, should just watch Aarya season 2.
You want to write the success of Aarya right now. That's true. All right, but it was fun talking to you, man. It was fun talking to you. I got a lot of perspective from your answers. You know, I got to see a lot of different things when you try to answer things for me. Thank you so much for that, and thank you so much for being so honest, Tariq. We'll talk to you so soon.
Thanks.
Okay, and keep doing the good work here.
Thank you so much.